Welcome back to Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thank you so much for joining us. Our guest, Christine Devine, you watch her Mondays through Fridays on Fox 11 at 10 p.m. And I'm sure you have seen her very compelling pieces, Wednesday's Child. She's turned those pieces into a book, Finding a Forever Family. I'm inspired by you. I admit it. I'm inspired. Talk to me about your journey through Wednesday's Child.
Ooh, how do I sum that up?
Yes.
It's been 17 years of doing the segment, which is fantastic. More than 500 adoptions, which is fantastic because you think these are the hard to place cases. Older kids, large sibling groups, severe disabilities, the kids that are often maybe ignored or left behind.
I mentioned to you last week I was on a family vacation. I met a family. It was an older husband and wife team. They had adopted 4 biological sisters.
Typical Wednesday's Child story. 4. Not everybody can take 4 kids into their home. I've got so many stories like that that are success stories.
I want to talk to you, though, about your journey through adoption, because your family has an adoption story that sadly did not end as we would hope, but still inspiring nonetheless.
Inspiring in that I've been able to come to terms with it and take that story to proceed to help others. And what broke me down are the kids and the families.
Right.
They taught me so many lessons. They cured my broken heart. Basically, my family adopted a boy at 8 years old. He was born in prison to a mother who was addicted to heroin, had a rough start coming up, and we just were not able to bring out the gifts in him so he could succeed. Fell into drugs at 12 years old, ran away at 16, juvie hall, prison, and died of a drug overdose. I sat down with him shortly before he died and said, "Why?" And he said, "I was sad every day of my life." And I never wanted another kid to feel that way. And that's why we give kids a dream day with Wednesday's Child, knowing that not every child will be adopted. But it's a day they'll never forget, and they will know on that day somebody cared.
I want to talk to you about what you see in the eyes of your children. I'm going to call them
my
your
babies.
children.
I call them my babies.
Yeah, what do you see?
You know, these kids have touched my heart, and it started with one of the boys in the book named Jared. You know, it was just an assignment for me to start, and I kept my personal story quiet. I get a call one day from a 10-year-old. "I'm getting adopted. Do you remember me?" Nobody picked up the phone. This 10-year-old. He kept my card in his little kid wallet and wanted me to know he found a family. And we started tracking Jared. Then he became my tag-along. The family became my tag-along. He was my guest to Emmys one year.
I was there.
Yes, and sadly, Jared died in a car accident. But we used his story to be the voice for others. We say he's the wind beneath our wings, and really he's behind the book and the reason for carrying our story beyond Los Angeles.
Talk to me about, look, we're both reporters. We try to stay disconnected, but it's hard. It's hard. What has Wednesday's Child done for you and your family as well?
Well, we just won the Governor's Award at the Emmys.
Which I forgot to mention.
That's okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But I brought my mother, who has come to so few things that I do. I don't know why.
Yeah,
and
she
my
should
sister.
be proud. Right.
And I think it was very healing for them to see that what we went through could be used for good. Yeah.
How's your mom doing?
She's doing great. She actually went on to, my mom and my father, who's passed away, she went on to foster 5 more kids. So what I find with my families who adopt and really understand the journey here that we're going through, it's about the kids, and you keep going.
What would you tell a viewer right now who's considering adoption, but a little nervous? You
know, that's a great question because I don't get to cover that in Wednesday's Child. What you want to do is you want to call your county and enroll in a class. It's called MAP. It tells you all about the process. You got to go through background checks, safety checks, inspections, and they want to match you with the right kid. Not any kid, but the right kid. It's so important to find a good match.
I can't wait to read this book. Thank you for what you're doing, honestly.
Thank
you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. And you can find it on Amazon if you want.
Of course. Christine Devine wrote this book. I'm Brad Pomerance. Back to HLN.
Morning, Grandpa. Mommy made breakfast.
Very nice.
I made 2 eyes and a nose and mustache out of bacon. It looks like you, Grandpa.
I'm flattered.
When you gotta come see us, we can draw pictures, catch tadpoles, and watch them grow up. Some people call lightning bugs fireflies. I ate your mustache.
Did it taste good?